Welcome back to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ledke, and I'm here today with Nick Courneya, Activity Director here at Frazee High School. Hi, Nick.
Hi, Hank. Thank you for stopping by today. No, we appreciate that.
It's a gorgeous day out there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. You know, it's not too hot, but it still has that seasonal feel that sports are, on their way of starting, which they have.
I can tell some of the leaves are starting to fall off of my choke cherry tree.
Yep. No, I noticed that too with some basswood trees and everything. Some leaves have hit the ground, so we know August is on its way rolling here. So
what's happening with the activity director?
Well, it's a never-ending task, which I enjoy. It keeps me on my toes at all times. And right now we have football has started this week, which is unique. It's the only one that is going due to some scheduling conflicts with the U of M and the state playoffs. So football team, they have a new head coach this year, Jim Jacobson. He's a former Frazee grad, and he's been with the system for quite some time. So we're looking forward to seeing, the new direction this year under his leadership and some changes in the coaching staff. They got a tough task in front of them. Normally football gets 3 weeks of preparation. This year, due to the change, they only had 2 weeks of preparation, no scrimmage, and they open up August 22nd, which is a Saturday against Breckenridge, a former HOL opponent. There is no conference football for 2 years. It's went to district football, which is led kind of by the Minnesota State High School League. And the purpose for a 2-year trial was to help some of the larger schools down in the metropolitan area fill out schedules. So we have a full eight-team schedule, some HOL conference opponents that we're used to seeing, and some new ones with Osakis, Parkers Prairie, UNC, which has been Sabika, Wadena. Those will be some new schools that our football program will be up against. Next week be August 17th, and that's when volleyball kicks it in with head coach Tavia Bachman in her third year. They'll be hitting it full force, and then cross country also they'll be hitting the pavement, hitting the grass everywhere. And that's they're led by head coach Brad Morgan. And one thing different this year, we're moved our cross-country meet to on-site instead of out at the Fisher Farm site, which has been a tremendous thing that the Fisher family and the Thorpe family have put on for the district, allowing us to do that. But for us to be a potential conference site to host a conference cross-country meet, we had to look at a different site for down the road to be able to host something like that, because that's such a unique site that it wouldn't fit the needs for a conference meet. So, and ending with that, our Hall of Fame, we're in our third year now, and it's progressing. It's set for October 2nd. This year will be held in the White Pine Room, and we're looking again to try to eventually move this to a setting that is a big community gathering is what we'd like to see. But October 2nd, White Pine Room, we have 4 inductees going in. And what I would recommend is you watch the papers come September. I'll be sharing that with the staff when staff comes back in, who's being inducted. And I know it's out there. Some people know, but look in the papers come September, and details will be laid out, where and when and what time in the White Pine Room. I'm looking at, we'll have Spankies bringing in some hors d'oeuvres, maybe get a free will offering to help on that too. So we look forward to that.
Well, I appreciate you being on the program, Nick, and we'll be in touch with you and the rest of the staff here about the coming year for the Hornets. So with that, we'll be back next week on Spotlight on Frazee.